In the news tonight, police on police vehicles, utter nonsense, says Ramjatan.
You have a territorial controversy with Venezuela and agreeing to put on your vehicle Policia in Spanish. It makes no sense.
Look, that Policia thing is utter nonsense. It's abhorrent. And it is my opinion that the police ought to immediately repaint all the vehicles that have Policia.
And Exxon says no formal agreement reached with government on audited sum.
That we had been going through this process as I described with the working level in the ministry, and we believed that we'd provided the documentation to substantially reduce the queries that were out there from the initial draft audit.
Guyana's political opposition, the APNU-AFC, has described the Guyana Police Force's placement of Policia on police vehicles as utter nonsense. Speaking at a press conference today, opposition leader Aubrey Norton and Alliance for Change member of Parliament Kimraj Ramjatan weighed in on the issue.
How did they arrive at this Policia? Because you see, what happens if it is orchestrated by the Venezuelans to test what we are prepared to accept? And so it should not just be a question of us saying remove it. We need to, from an intelligence and security standpoint, understand the origin of the decision and to be able to understand if it is just an act based on ignorance or it was orchestrated by the Venezuelans through some agency to test what the Guyanese will tolerate because I don't see anybody with a modicum of common sense agreeing that you have a territorial controversy with Venezuela and agreeing to put on your vehicle Policia in Spanish. It makes no sense, so one needs to know the source of it.
Look, that Policia thing is utter nonsense. It's abhorrent. And it is my opinion that the police ought to immediately repaint all the vehicles that have Policia with police. It was, I understand, an executive decision of some sort, and it was obviously ill-advised. It could be easily remedied because Guyana is English speaking, and every inch of our territory, every blade of grass should have Guyana in English, as it were. And in every institution, hospital, regional office, you have English as the words used. And so I would like that to be made clear, that it is an abhorrent thing. It is very anti-national, and I don't know who actual idea it was, but I understand it was an executive decision. Guyanese should also write more in the newspaper, and even within the various regions where these vehicles have this label, they should tell them that remove it and put Guyana Police Force.
Policia is the Spanish translation for police, and the government had said it was an attempt to cater for the growing Spanish population in Guyana.
Extra lime, lemon, and you will agree. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. It's one of a kind. Extra lemon and lime. Extra. And when we drink it, drink extra. And when we drink it, drink extra. When we drink it, drink extra. Hey, well if you're in the party or line, I don't like it from the first time. When you see the two, they combine. It's a drink and taste, you will never decline. Extra lemon and lime, it's the two combined. Extra lemon and lime. Extra lemon and lime. Taste the citrus in every sip.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Anshul. I'm the manager over here at Brooklyn Institute of Vocational Training. We provide home health aid training here. For that, we have flexible classes, which includes morning, evening, and the weekend class. You can choose any class, whichever is convenient for you. Also, this career is now at the peak. This career pay rate increases from 1909 till up to 2109 now. I speak different languages, which includes Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Bangla, and our certificate is recognized all over the New York because we are licensed from Board of Education. Once you graduated from our school, you can work with any agency anywhere in New York. Our address is 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. Guys, I know the name is Brooklyn Institute, but we are located in Queens. I repeat the address, 110-05 Liberty Avenue, Queens. 11419 is our zip code, and my number is 929-386-0092. If you have any questions, you can always call me, and I will be happy to answer all your questions. Don't forget to check our website, www.myBrooklyninstitute.com. Come join our school and get home health aid certificate, as we like to believe changing lives one student at a time.
ExxonMobil has come up with an attempt to clear the air on the controversial reduced $214 million to $3 million audited sum. Government recently announced that the $214 million sum will stand after it was made public that the Guyana Revenue Authority had rejected the sum, which was purportedly agreed between the oil company and the ministry. Following this, the opposition said Exxon executives informed them of an agreement. This was denied by government, with Vice President Barry Jagdeo at a press conference said Exxon executives denied making such claims to opposition Member of Parliament David Paterson. Today, ExxonMobil's president at a press conference acknowledged communicating to the parliamentary opposition that an agreement had been reached, but said it was not formal.
So what I provided by way of commentary to the leadership of the opposition, who I went to meet as part of our open door policy. We want to engage across the across the political spectrum, but also other people in society, is that we had been going through this process as I described with the working level in the ministry, and we believed that we'd provided the documentation to substantially reduce the queries that were out there from the initial draft audit, and that it was at that sort of a level. We did not have any formal agreement from the ministry, and indeed, as the minister and the Vice President have made clear, there is the expectation that the GRA is the ultimate authority on that. So just to be clear, I did describe the process to the opposition, but I did not say that we had reached final agreement that was authorized by either the GRA or the ministry.
He noted that it has not yet finalized the process and that it is again in discussions with the audit company.
So some of what we're seeing in all of this is that there's a long period required to go through that query process for us to dig through the records and find the documents. We've been doing that on a working level with the ministry, which caused some of the confusion. The government has made clear that the authoritative body is the GRA. And so they have written us a letter this week, last week, clarifying that and asking us to provide them, and in fact IHS Markit, they've re-engaged the auditing firm IHS Markit to review the documentation that we have provided subsequent to them actually stopping working on the audit. So what we anticipate is the normal sort of process that we'll provide all the documentation that's needed, and we would anticipate we'll address all those queries, and there may be some de minimis amount, but typically in our audits everything is properly supported and everything remains in place. So that's what we anticipate, but given the age of this and the difficulty of finding some of the documentation, it has been a protracted process, and there may be some for which it'll be very difficult to find those documents.
Following the disclosure of the sum, government announced that the senior petroleum coordinator at the Ministry of Natural Resources, Gopnath Gosai, would face disciplinary action over his unauthorized negotiations with ExxonMobil, which led to the reduced $214 million to $3 million sum. Natural Resources Minister Vikram Bharat in a video statement said Gosai had misled him into believing that the $3 million sum was as a result of a collaborative effort between the ministry and the Guyana Revenue Authority. For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.